Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Kerry Schneider along with Jason Staum and Jeremy Marcos, and the Wildcats are on the road tonight here on the Saturday, a cold Saturday evening as they make the trek down to Evansville once again, this time to take on the Harrison Warriors here at Harrison High School. The Wildcats come into tonight's contest with a 6-6 overall record, 3-3 in Southern Indiana High School Athletic Association play. While the Warriors, one of the finest teams in Southern Indiana, if not all, of course, is HIAC with a 11-2 record and 3-0 in conference play. Their two losses, of course, only coming to Carmel and Jeffersonville this year. In fact, coming off a victory in a tournament which they most recently beat Springfield Southeast from Illinois in that tournament last week. Meanwhile, the Wildcats struggling just a little bit off on the heels of a loss last week to the Washington Hatchets at Jasper. But tonight, of course, we move on to the Warriors here, Jason Staum. And the Warriors, like I said, one of the finest teams in all of Southern Indiana.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Kerry. Obviously we've got our work cut out for us tonight. Again, it's not about who we were playing, but we've just got to start playing better basketball. And that each individual player needs to take that upon himself. They need to play better, and as each player plays better, the team will play better. Still goes back to kind of what I've said. We need somebody to step up and be a leader out there on the floor. We've got some time here yet to right the ship before the sectional, but again, another possible sectional opponent here tonight. The sectionals aren't going to be easy by no means. So, but we've got to figure out what we need to do to start playing better basketball consistently.
Speaking of the sectional, the last time these two teams met was last year's sectional up at North, where the Wildcats defeated the Warriors 51-48. But of course, it's a new year, new story here. And as you said, another big test for the Wildcats as we're about to tip things off as Noblet for the Wildcats, who of course, along with other starters, Will Wallace, Braden Giesler, Max Butel, and Logan Day, the starters for the Wildcats, and the Wildcats will control the tip-off. Warriors with Malachi McNair, Jay Summit, Eli Spear, Shane Sims, and Caden Bard. The starting lineup for the Harrison Warriors of Nathan Fleener, now in his 8th season. He's 98-76. Here's Wallace with the turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound comes to the hands of Malachi McNair, and the Warriors will have the basketball. So the Cats come up short on their first possession of the night. McNair down low, deals it out to Sims. Sims, top of the key. He'll fire a short jumper from the baseline. It is up and in. So Shane Sims and the Warriors draw first blood. They lead it 2-0.
Butel's going to have his work cut out. Butel's probably 5'10", 5'11", and Sims is 6'3", so he's going to have to get a body on him.
Speaking of size, as you said, you got Spear is at 6'3", McNair is 6'7", and 6'4" is Jay Summit. So says the roster here. Here's a three off the mark, no good. And the rebound comes to McNair as that three by Logan Day is off the mark.
I'd like to see us get the ball inside to Wallace and make McNair guard him, as McNair's their leading scorer at 19 points a game. Maybe if we get him in foul trouble.
Three-pointer from the top of the key is no good, and a foul is going to be called on McNair over the back.
No, actually, I think it hit the wire coming.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was pointing at McNair underneath the basket. All right, so 6:23 to go. Jasper trails it 2-0. Logan Day off to shot up and in on the rebound basket by Giesler is up and in. Giesler at the right place at the right time. He ties the ball game at 2 apiece. But he stepped out of bounds, did Jay Summit. So the turnover goes to gives the basketball to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Giesler did a good job down on the offensive end of crashing the boards. His guy helped off the double team, and he didn't just stand and watch. He crashed the boards and got an easy layup out of it.
Butel will work it in the backcourt, guarded by Bard. Here's Giesler over to Day for a three. Overshot the basket. Wallace underneath, muscles it up, but will draw the foul. See if they give it to Summit or McNair. Will go to Summit, so his first, team's first of the quarter. Going to the line to shoot two for Jasper will be Will Wallace. First one bounces around and drops in. So Wallace with his first point of the night. Next one rolls around and out, no good. Harrison will have the basketball. Jasper leads it 3-2. Spear inside the lane, deals it out to Sims. His shot is off, no good. McNair underneath, up and in. So Malachi McNair picks up his first two. Warriors are back on top 4-3. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Giesler on the wing, Vitale now. Circles it out top of the key. He tries to find Noblet. Ball is knocked away. Noblet will come up with it. He'll bring it up the floor. Andrew, top of the key. Tries to find Wallace down low. Ball's batted around, and it will go out of bounds. It'll belong to
Jasper, I think.
To the Wildcats, yes.
It went off of McNair's face, it looked like.
So the Wildcats will maintain possession. 4:53 to go in the first quarter of play. Harrison leads it 4-3. Alpion's pass comes to Wallace in the backcourt. Vitale. Giesler now. Wallace top of the key. Day looked at the three, pulled back, heavily guarded by Sims.
We're just not in the flow on our offense. We got guys making passes and guys aren't ready for them. We've got to figure that out a little bit.
Giesler drives the baseline, deals it out. Here's Noblet from top of the key, up and in for a three-pointer. So Noblet draws the front of the rim, and it bounces through for his first points of the night. He's got three. Jasper leads it 6-4. Nair deals it out to Sims. Sims will drive it inside the circle. Bard now. Summit short, about an 18-footer, I should say, no good. Out of bounds, it'll belong to the Wildcats as a couple of Warriors kind of were fighting for the ball.
Yeah, they kind of run into each other. Nobody grabbed it.
Substitution for the Wildcats as Cade Nerney will come into the contest. He'll give Logan Day a rest. So Ernie in the ball game for the first time this evening. 3:48 to go. Jasper leads at 6-4. Wildcats better hurry getting up the floor, and a whistle and a timeout will be called. A 30-second timeout by John Gable. They're having a little difficulty getting across the mid-court stripe. So the timeout called with 3:39 to go. Jasper leads at 6-4. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS. A little difficulty with the press there, Jay, as getting the ball across the mid-court stripe, forcing the Wildcats, Coach Gable, to call a quick 30.
Yeah, we made too many passes cross-court instead of up-court. Again, against that press, we try to get the ball in the middle to try to help break the press, and we didn't. We kept it on the outside, and that eluded Coach Gable having to call a timeout.
Noblet in the corner. Finds Ernie. Giesler, right side down to Butel, down low to Wallace. He'll bring it out to Noblet. He'll pump a three-pointer from the wing. It's off the mark, no good. And a rebound comes to McNair for the Warriors. It'll be Summit bringing it up the floor. Summit drives to the lane, deals it out, looks for Spear. Now he finds him. Drive to the basket, up and in is Shane Sims for his second bucket of the night, and he was fouled on the play. Foul will go against Braden Giesler for the first foul of the night against charge to the Wildcats. And going to the line to complete a three-point play will be Shane Sims. He's got 4. Free throw is short. Noblet comes up with the board. Score remains at 6-6. Andrew to Giesler. He'll pump a three. It's off the mark, no good. But the Cats come up from the board. Here's Giesler again, no good. Wallace with the rebound. He tries to muscle up, and the ball is stripped by McNair, and the Warriors have it. Sims will bring it up. Rebound comes to the Wildcats. 2.5 to play. 6-6 is our score. Both teams just not getting some of the shots to fall right now. I mean, Jasper, there's a steal by the Warriors as Bard lays it up and in, and Harrison is now up 8-6.
It's just turnover after turnover. I've got Harrison for 3 and Jasper for 2 already here in the first quarter, and neither team's taking care of the ball, and on top of that, their shots aren't going down either.
Here's Giesler down low, double team. He'll force it up and in. Good play by Gies.
That was a good shot. The one previously that he shot off that three-pointer wasn't, because it wasn't in the flow of the game, but there he did a nice job.
So the score is tied at 8 apiece. Here's a shot by McNair, is no good. I'm not sure if that his shot or not, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, he, for somebody that averages 19 a game, he hasn't impressed me at all here in the first quarter. But
minute and a half to go in this first quarter. Game is tied at 8 apiece. Here's Betel with the 3. It's off the mark, no good. We're getting the looks, but just
we got the guys that are shooting them aren't necessarily, and I'm not taking it away from them, but Utel's not an outside shooter for us, and you know he probably shouldn't shoot that shot.
Here's McNair, Malachi McNair with the basket, his second. Gives the Warriors the lead back again at 10-8. So he's got 2 buckets for 4 points. A minute to go in the first play. Ball is knocked away, and coming up with it perhaps is Bard, and the jump ball is going to be called.
See, I don't. I mean, to me, and I'm a Jasper fan, but if anything, that's got to be a foul on
Jasper
because he went over his back and reached in. But like we complain about this all the time.
Yeah.
The bailout for the officials to call that a jump ball, and there's no way it should be a jump ball.
If anything, there was contact, like you said.
Yeah.
You want to be biased, but the fact of the matter is, it should have been a Wildcat foul. And
right.
But Harrison does maintain possession on the rotation. Sims over to Summit. Summit on the wing, back out to Sims. 46 seconds ago. Sims deals it out to McNair, and he will drop a 3 from the top of the key. He's got 7 of the Warriors' 13 points here in the first quarter. They lead at 13-8, up by their biggest lead at 5. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Wallace will drive it against McNair, finds Giesler down low. Giesler should have probably put that shot up. I mean, he was looking for the man behind him.
Yeah.
Let him foul you.
He should have caught it and went up. You know, he again, it's, you know, he's playing against, there's 2 guys in there now, 1 6'8" and 1 6'7", because Thomas and McNair are both in there. And it goes into their head that their shot blockers are going to block shots. So what? Catch it, go up. If they block it, so what?
His first free throw attempt is no good. Giesler with 4. Misses the second one. Wallace underneath. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called on McNair perhaps. With 13 seconds to go. Foul is called on Malachi McNair for his second team foul, I believe. Actually, third team foul on the Warriors here in the quarter. But with 13 seconds to go, Will Wallace will shoot 2. He's 1 for 2, and he'd make it 1 for 3 because he misses that one. Wildcats have missed their last 4 free throw attempts here in the first quarter.
Harrison's got 3 fouls, and Jasper shot 6 free throws, so that's pretty good. But you got to hit them.
But they're 2 for 6.
Yeah.
As he does hit that second one, 13-9 is our score. Wallace with 2, Harrison with the ball. 4 seconds to go. Here's a 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark, no good. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score Harrison 13, Jasper 9. Back with the second quarter after this on 18 WJTS. Harrison High School, the Warriors lead the Wildcats 13-9. Jason, as we head to the second quarter.
Yeah, I think, you know, overall it wasn't a horrible quarter. We had some good offensive looks. We just didn't hit the shots. And on defense, you know, we've done. I mean, we held them to 13 points, which that's not bad. But we got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
Unlike there, right there, the steal by all of a sudden, as you say, by Caden Bard, who lays it up and in to give the Warriors a 15-9 lead now as Bard picks up his 4th point.
And what you've got there is you've got Bard, who's a senior, who's been playing for a long time, and he's playing against 2 sophomores in Day and Butel, and he's just eating them alive right now.
Wallace double teamed every time he gets down low, as you saw there. Noblet over to Foy. Now out there is Day. Down low to Wallace. Harrison's defense really stymieing the Cats on this possession.
We're standing around. We're not moving.
Here's three, but a baseline jump shot is good by Jace Foy, who came into the contest after that quarter break.
I mean, until that point, it looked like everybody was scared to shoot the ball in that possession.
McNair down low. First layup is up and in. Malachi McNair has 9 points. 17-11 is our score. 6-point lead by the Warriors. And we have a foul called.
Bard.
Okay, Bard made the nailed for the foul. That was his 2nd. First foul of the quarter for the Warriors.
Number 24, Jay Summon, checking back in for the Wildcats. Number 13,
Something I just noticed a little bit ago. Harrison's got a new assistant coach on the sideline.
Okay.
I didn't realize that he used to be at Memorial, Pat Graham.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that up myself out there. I see him now, yeah.
I don't know why his son played at Memorial, and I don't know what got him to come over here, but, I mean, obviously there's some pretty good basketball knowledge there.
Needless to say, yeah.
Yeah.
It's only been a part of some very fine IU teams in the early 90s. Of course, great high school player of his own at Floyd Central from 1989. Here's a shot up and good by Jay Summit. Summit with his first points of the night. 19-11. Warriors have built out an 8-point lead now. Ball is loose. Noblet comes up with it. Foy over to Wallace. Now to Giesler in the corner. 5.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Noblet pumps up a 3. It's in and out, no good. And a rebound comes to Brooks Thomas in the ball game for the Warriors.
We just look like we're playing scared.
Eli Spears makes the basket for his first points of the night. 21-11. All of a sudden, the Wildcats are now down by 10 with 5:14 to go. A timeout is called. We'll take a break ourselves. Come back after this here on 18 WJTS. Wildcats here in the second quarter, 8-2, Jason, and built themselves a 10-point lead.
Yeah, our defense has kind of left us here to start the second quarter. We've got to do a better job of staying between our man and the basket. They're getting to the rim too easy.
So Jasper will have the basketball, trailing by 10, 20-11 with 5:13 to go in the second quarter of play here on 18 WJTS. Wallace will work it on the wing out to Ernie, and here's a 3, no good by Foy. Will be out of bounds and belong to the Wildcats. As Logan Day checks back in the game to replace Foy. Noblet over on the left side. Stops, forces a shot up, and it goes in. It just rattled in, didn't it?
Yeah,
and he's got his 5th point.
Kind of threw it up one-handed off balance, but sometimes that's what it takes.
21-13, Warriors with the basketball and leading them by 8. Here's a 3-pointer, hard and in. It hit the back of the rim and then suddenly just rolled in by Jay Summit for his 5th point. 24-13, Harrison now by 11. Their biggest lead of the night. Driving the lane with the shot is blocked is Logan Day. Out of bounds, it'll belong to the Wildcats.
See, so what? Your shot's blocked, you get the ball back, no big deal. You know, we got to quit worrying about getting your shot blocked. Go to the basket, shoot the ball. If it gets blocked, so what?
Hey, maybe there's a foul and we'll be involved.
Exactly.
So Jasper has it again. 4:06 to go in the quarter. Noblet works it out in the backcourt. Deals it over to Ernie. Caden hands it off to Andrew Noblet. Down low to Will Wallace. Deals it out to Day for a 3. Good. Logan Day with a 3-point basket. Second 3 on the night for the Wildcats. First for Day. He's got 3. Wildcats now cut it down to a 24-16 score, and there's a turnover by the Warriors. So another turnover by Harrison, as Giesler will come into the contest and give Andrew Noblet a rest. 24-16 the score with 3.5 to play.
You got to be continue to be patient on offense, run our offense, and get good shots out of it, like we did the last time.
Wallace on the wing, out to Day. Day inside the circle. Logan now finds Ernie, over to Butel. Wildcats working the ball pretty good here, but now there's a double team. And finally, it's going to be knocked off of Harrison's ball player's body. It'll be out of bounds. It'll belong to Jasper.
See, that's where we've got to learn to be strong enough and split that. Just go right between the 2 guys that are trapping you. Get the ball close to your chest and just split through there and come out of it dribbling. Instead, we panic, and then we're, like, lost.
Here's Butel out the Day. Over to Ernie, who lost the handle out of bounds along to Harrison. It's kind of like almost like a receiver that passes right in the bread basket. It just somehow slips through.
Well, it's concentration. You know, you're trying to think of what I'm going to do. Am I going to dribble? Am I going to drive? Am I going to shoot? What am I going to do before I catch it? Got to catch it before you can do any of them.
So the turnover against the Wildcats gives the Warriors the ball. They lead it by 8, 24-16. Here's a jumper inside the lane by number 3, Shane Sims, for his 6th point. The Warriors are back out by 10, 26-16. Tell finds Day. Day for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Skyen is Eli Spear. He'll bring it up the floor for the Warriors. He tries to pass over to a little wide to Jay Summit, out of bounds. So now Warriors turn it back over to the Wildcats. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:55 to be exact, left on the clock. Jasper with the basketball. They trail by 10, 26-16.
Harrison's trying to help keep us in the game. We don't take advantage of it, though.
There's an interesting matchup right there between Thomas and Wallace.
Yeah.
There's Wally down low, but he's going to be double teamed. He finds Giesler, who missed 2 shots
Twice.
underneath. And the Warriors have the basketball. And an offensive foul is going to, actually going to call it on the ground. I thought he was getting ready to throw the charge sign there. But,
that official, he gets a little excited on all his calls. He likes to be the showman out there.
Yeah, no need for that.
No.
It's not about you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Down low, shot is short, knocked out of bounds. It probably belonged to Harrison. It will, as Thomas had a point-blank shot there too that wouldn't fall, was short.
Yeah. Maybe there's a lid on the basket tonight.
Certainly to our left right now. Here is a three-point shot, no good by McNair. And the rebound comes to Giesler down low, and Braden will bring it up the floor. Nearing the 1 minute mark in the first half, second quarter. Jasper trails at 26-16. Butel puts it up, no good. Rebound comes to Thomas. Brooks Thomas with the rebound. Sims will bring it up the floor. McNair. Thomas, ball, looked like it was blocked.
I think it was.
And there's a three-point shot by Eli Spear for his 5th point. And a 29-16, 13-point lead for the Warriors. 26 seconds to go till halftime. Ball is out of bounds. 18 seconds to go now. Butel. Giesler over to Noblet. 11 seconds. 6 seconds. Noblet pumps a three. He's going to be fouled in the process, and he will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Foul is called on Eli Spear for his first. Go ahead.
Looked like Harrison knew what the play was, but they had 2 guys come running at him, and I think they could have called the foul on either one of them, actually.
Noblet misses the first of 3.
Man, our free throw shooting tonight has not been our standard usually.
We've missed 5 of the last 6 free throw attempts before Noblet finally nails that one, the second of 3. He's got 6. Ernie will come back in for the final 3.5 seconds. Nobby nails the third of 3, so he's 2 for 3 on that trip. He's got 7. Here's a long half-court shot off the mark, no good, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of play with the score Harrison 29, Jasper 18. Jason, here at the halftime break.
Well, you know, I think we've got to do a better job on defense, playing our man. We're letting them get to the basket too easy on some possessions. Some possessions we do pretty good, but we have to be able to maintain that and do that every possession. And on the offensive end, you know, we're not out of it. We've just had some shots that didn't fall for us. You know, Giesler had 2 point-blank shots that didn't go in. Somebody else had a couple. You know, I mean, so we're right there. The effort looks like it's there. You know, I mean, we look like we're playing hard. We're just not having a lot of success right now.
Well, we'll look at the scoring here at halftime for the Wildcats. Jace Foy has 2 points. Logan Day on the three-pointer has 3. 4 points for Braden Giesler and Will Wallace, and Andrew Noblet with 7 points to lead the Wildcats in scoring here at the halftime break. The Warriors have Caden Bard with 4 points, 5 points for Eli Spear and Jay Summit apiece. Summit and Spear with 5 points apiece. McNair actually before that we'll say Shane Sims has 6 points for Harrison, 9 points for Malachi McNair to lead all scorers in this ball game here at halftime, with the Wildcats trailing the Harrison Warriors by the score of 29-18. We'll be back with the second half after this here on 18 WJTS. Back once again at the Harrison High School Gymnasium. Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stom and Jeremy Marcos as we're set to bring you the second half of today's ball game. Wildcats and the Warriors doing battle here in Southern Indiana Athletic Conference play. 19-18 is their score, and the Warriors will have the basketball to start the second half with Malachi McNair, Jay Summit, Eli Spear, Shane Sims, and Caden Bard on the floor for the Warriors of Nathan Fleener. 3-point basket, or actually I guess it was just short, is up and in by Caden Baird to start things off for the Warriors. It's 32-18 now. Cats down on the floor with their original starters of Wallace, Giesler, Noblet, Max Butel, and Logan Day. Noblet finds Wallace down low, down over the corner to Butel. Butel will pump a three, no good. Rebound comes to the hands of Shane Sims, who will bring it up the floor. Summit along the baseline, guarded by Noblet, deals it out to McNair. McNair against Wallace. Summit will shoot a three, and it'll be no good. Rebound basket is also no good. Summit down low. Imagine what kind of points we'd have on the board right now. Some of these down low would fall.
Well, it's a lack of blocking out on our part. We can't let them have that many opportunities. Unfortunately, they didn't make them, but they are getting a shot at the free throw line now. But we got to do a better job of blocking out because they're bigger than we are. You've got to get a body on them and get them out, and make them go over the back.
Sure, that last foul was on, but I'm not sure they even put it on the board. I wasn't looking yet, but there's Jay Summit missing the second of two, so he's got 6.
Well, it either had to be on Giesler or Butel, because Butel's got one up there. And
Logan Day rattles that shot home for the Wildcats' first 2 of the quarter, 33-20. Jasper down by 13. Just underway here in the third quarter here on 18 WJTS as Summit misses the rebound basket on that three-point shot that was missed by Spears. Or excuse me, by Sims, I should say. Either way, ball is out of bounds. It'll belong to the Wildcats. So with the basketball is Butel. Wallace bounces pass to Noblet, but it's stolen away.
That's too long of a bounce pass. I mean,
and
that was about a 2-bounce pass because he was so far away from him.
Taking advantage of it was Jay Spear, who made the steal and the basket, and it's 35-20 now. Wildcats down by 15. Here's a three short, no good. Rebound Giesler. He'll try from around the free throw line, I should say. Miss it. Here comes Harrison. Shot no good from Sims from their free throw line is no good. And the turnover goes back to the Warriors. Giesler, looks like Ernie coming into the contest here in the third quarter for the Wildcats. 15-point lead for the Warriors, 35-20. So I'm losing my focus now.
Yeah, it's
contagious.
It's easy to do.
Here's a shot up and in by Caden Bard for his second bucket of the third quarter. He's got 8 in the contest. The timeout is called with 5:06 to go in the third. Harrison leads it by 17. Back after this. Play resuming in the ball game here at Harrison. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. 17-point lead for the Warriors, and the Wildcats have the basketball as Ernie deals it over to Noblet. Back out to Giesler. Day on the right wing. Loses the handle, has the ball stolen away from him. Here, Wallace comes up with it, however, and then he lost the handle, and it's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Warriors.
I don't know if you give Jasper 2 turnovers in that possession or 1.
If it's possible, you would.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the rules on that one. But I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Jace Foy in the ball game now for John Gable's Ball Club. 17-point deficit for the Wildcats. Harrison with the basketball. Spear. Sims. Sims finds Summit. Baseline shot is good. 2-point basket by Jay Summit. He's got 8 points in this ball game. 5 here in the third. Actually, we got 10 points for Summit. Here's a shot, no good by Giesler. Wildcats go ahead.
That's just tough luck. I mean, that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're not getting anything to fall down.
No, that wasn't a bad shot. It
No.
was in and out, just didn't fall through.
Absolutely. That one is off the mark, no good as far as a long three-pointer by Sims. Wildcats with only 2 points in this quarter, looking for a basket, and they're asking you shall receive as Will Wallace gets the basket and draws the foul. So Wallace with his 6 point and will draw the foul and go to the line as the foul is called on Shane Sims, his first team foul of the quarter for the Warriors. Wallace, 6 points, make it 7 as he nails that free throw. He's 3 for 5 from the line in the contest. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's a shot up, no good by Shane Sims, but he draws the foul. So Sims will go to the line to shoot 2. Warriors only 1, 2, 3. This is only their 4th trip to the line as far as, fourth free throw attempts, as that one does fall by Sims, who has 7. Next one is good. Sims with 8. 41-23 is our score. The Warriors have now built an 18-point lead. Whistle, and while fouling, as Mr. Animated signals against the Wildcats.
Wallace is going to get it for.
And he will pick up his second.
I mean, it was an offensive foul, but the guy made it sound like made it look like he murdered him or something. But
anyway, Warriors with the basketball on the turnover. Summit out to, Summit again for 3. No good. He'll get his own rebound. Shot is off, no good by Sims, and the Wildcats come up with the board. Noblet will bring it up after being cleared out by Giesler. Andrew will take it all the way and put it in.
It's not your most efficient way to shoot that.
We'll take it.
Most of the time you want to put that off the backboard, but like you said, we'll take it. It went in.
And with that, Noblet's got 9. 41-25 is our score. Here's Summit for 3, way off the mark, overshot the basket, no good. And the Cats have the basketball, trailing 41-25. Foy deals it to Wallace. Look out to Noblet. Andrew. Ernie now with it. Caden to Foy. Foy is bumped by Eli Spear, who will pick up the foul. So personal foul against number 20, Eli Spear, his second, team's second of the quarter. As Brooks Thomas will come in. Both teams, we always talk about Jasper pretty much only with a 7-man crew for the most part. Well, Harris has only run a total of 6 men on the floor tonight. And that man, the 6 man off the bench, Thomas comes up with that steal.
Yeah, they bring in Thomas at 6'8" and take out Bard at 5'11", so it's
makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Spear. Ball knocked away, but comes up with it. Summit now. Minute 36 to go in the third. Here's McNair for 3. It is no good. Rebound comes to Giesler. Ernie will bring it up the floor. Deals it over to Nobby. Giesler down low to Nobby, up and in. So Andrew Noblet has his 11th point, 4 here in the fourth. 41-27 as Nathan Fleener wants to call a timeout with his ball club leading 41-27 with a minute 13 to go in the third. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS. Jason with a quick timeout there to kind of settle his team down a little bit.
Yeah, I think he wasn't very satisfied with a couple of the shots that they took in the last couple possessions. They got guys firing up threes and other crazy shots. With the lead that you have, you know, you don't want to give a team an opportunity to get back in the game if you don't have to, and I think that's probably what he was seeing.
So the Warriors leading, though, 41-27 with exactly a minute to go. Actually, and the shot is up and in by McNair, I believe.
Yeah.
So Malachi McNair picks up his first points of the second half. He's got 11 on the contest. He'll draw the foul against the Wildcats. Looks like Will Wallace will be nailed on a personal for his third. 14 foul of the quarter for Jasper. McNair will not complete the three-point play, but Thomas with the rebound down low, and another foul is going to be called, perhaps on Wallace. Either he or Giesler. And it will be Wallace's fourth. So suddenly Will Wallace, and now with his fourth foul, will have to come out of this game, but not before Brooks Thomas will fire the first of two, and that goes through. So his first point of the night. Thomas with one, and replace Wallace with Logan Day.
Yeah, now they've got Thomas at 6'8", McNair at 6'7" in the game at the same time, and we took our biggest guy. I had to take him out because of foul trouble, so we could have a nightmare on defense.
Brooks Thomas with both free throws going down for him, gives them two. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Noblet double team down low, tries to force a shot, it's blocked. Here come the Warriors. Sims down the lane, spins, fires, up and in. Nice drive by Shane Sims for his 10th point of the night. Warriors with at least five, I'll double check on this, with at least 4 players in double figures already in this contest. 14 seconds to go. They lead by 20 now, 47-27. Needless to say, will be the hands-down favorite to capture the 4A sectional at North this year. Ball is out of bounds as the buzzer sounds, and after 3 complete, it is 47-27 Harrison. Back with the fourth quarter after this on 18 WJTS. Back at Harrison, 47-27 with the lead is Harrison Warriors. Underway here in the fourth quarter here on 18 WJTS. Noblet drives, whistle and a foul will be on the floor against the Warriors for the first foul of the quarter for either ball club. And that foul will go against Caden Bard for his third. Giesler down low and deals it out to Noblet. He'll pump a three. It's short. Rebound comes to the hands of Logan Day. He'll find Noblet again for 3 on the corner. This time it's also no good. Jasper with a third try. This time it's good. As Logan Day nails the three-pointer. He's got 10. Make that 8 actually. 47-30. Harrison with a 17-point lead. McNair up and no good. Thomas throws it off. Well, they're going to say actually he was out of bounds when he tried to throw it off of Giesler's body. But, and the Wildcats will have it nonetheless. We have a official's timeout. As the one official over there talking with the scorekeeper right now.
I don't know if they had a miscommunication on a
foul or something, or
a three. I don't know. I have no idea what it was.
Score remains 47-30, and referee explaining it to John Gable on the far side. Jasper will have it. 47-30 are scored. Minute into the fourth quarter. Noblet will pump a three. It falls. Andrew Noblet with his 12th point. Actually, make that his 14th point. My apologies. 14 points for Noblet. Cats come back with it. Ernie loses the handle as he tries to go up for the shot. Just kind of forced foul, or kind of had a little defensive pressure actually put onto him, it looked like.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Warriors have it.
We can't let opportunities like that go by without at least getting a shot or, being able to score if you're trying to work your way back into this game.
Down 47-33 is the Wildcats. McNair puts a shot up and in. So Malachi McNair has 13. 49-33. Harrison just a solid all-around ball club. And
I'd like to see us, I think when our offense is running and operating the way it's capable of, we make them play better defense or more defense. Tonight our offense doesn't look like we're not cutting sharply, we're not moving quickly, we're just kind of going through the motions. I'd like to see us running our offense the way we're capable of, make them play defense a little bit.
Losing the ball, kind of, the handle of it, trying to go up for the shot was Shane Sims. And another turnover against the Warriors. Have a 16-point lead at 49-33. Noblet pumps for three from the corner. He nails again. Andrew Noblet with his third three-pointer of the night. He's got 17, 49-36. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Summit working on Noblet, finds Spear for three, no good. Rebound comes to Giesler. He'll clear it out to Ernie, and Caden hands it off to Day. And turnover against the Cats.
You can't have turnovers like that. I mean, you're 30 feet from the bucket, 40 feet from the bucket. It's just a matter of taking care of the basketball.
Jace Foy in the contest now for the Cats. Nearing the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. 16-point lead for the Warriors. Summit out to McNair. Spear. Lose the handle. It'll be out of bounds.
I think Foy poked it from
Okay.
behind. It was
Okay.
hard to tell from here, but
Either way, it's Harris's ball.
yeah.
Sims will inbound it to McNair. Hand it back to Sims. Harrison, see if they try to start to take a little air out of the ball here with 4:44 to go. Leading it by 16. The steal by Giesler. Braden brings it up. He'll bounce it over to Wallace, who's back in the game with 4 fouls. Finds Ernie from the corner. Foy. Giesler pumps, ups and in. So Braden Giesler has his 6-point. 49-38 is our score. Harrison with the lead. 4:15 to go in the ball game. If you're Harrison right now, Jason, like I said, just try to take the air. Well, there's almost another steal by Giesler.
I mean, if you're Harrison, you gotta just continue to play the game.
Play the game and protect the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've turned the ball over a couple times this quarter, and they're letting us. Not that we took the 20-point lead down to 11 now. So that helps, but we got to continue to do that.
Timeout is called with 4:05 to go in the ball game. Harrison 49, Jasper 38. Back after this. Jason, we were just talking during the break. The Cats, 11-2. They have outscored the Warriors here in the fourth quarter and cut it to 9 at least. And so it's up to the Warriors now to kind of, like I said, protect the basketball and play their game.
Yeah, they just, obviously we hope they continue doing what they're doing. It'll let us. See, that was just bad luck. We had it knocked away, and they ended up with 2 points out of it.
And the 2-point shot is good by Malachi McNair for his 15th of the contest. 51-38. Noblet for three. That shot was partially blocked. McNair comes up with it. Sims finds Summit in the corner. Spear now, back out to Summit. Bard back in the contest now. Deals it off to McNair, up and in. Malachi McNair has 6 points here in the fourth quarter. He's got 17 now in the contest. To lead all scorers. 53-38 is our score. Actually tied with Nabla. Nabla has 17 of his own, I should say. Here's Thomas Sager in the ball game, and he'll pump a three from the corner. Good. Catch Sager coming in the ball game.
Yeah, I guess he came in at the last timeout or something. I didn't see it either, but
Sager has 3. He had a good JV game. Wildcats did win the JV game, by the way, tonight over the Warriors. Dare saves the ball from going out of the bounds into Bard's hands. Here's Spear. Throws up a little short down with his block, but there's McNair in the right place at the right time. So Malachi McNair.
He deserved those 2 points.
19 for him.
For the hustle that he got sliding across the floor, saving that ball.
3-point shot is no good. McNair comes up with a rebound. He's got 19 in this contest, 8 here in the quarter. 2 minutes to go. 55-41 is our score. Summit puts a shot up, no good. Tipped up, no good by Nair. Second try is in. Malachi McNair with 21. 10 in the fourth quarter.
We didn't do a very good job of keeping him off the board. He's gotten quite a few points on second chance points.
Doing what he has to do to put the Wildcats away. It's 16-point differential in the score. Steal by the Warriors. Summit comes up with it. Minute and a half to go. Nair over to Bard. Bard drives the baseline. He deals it out to Sims. 3-point basket is good. Shane Sims with the 3-pointer. He has 13. He's the first player to score in this fourth quarter other than Malachi McNair. The timeout is called with 16 to go in this ball game as Kai Kuntz looks like he's getting ready to come in to this contest. It looks like a full timeout, so we'll take a break ourselves. 1:16 to play. 60-41 is our score. Back after this. Back at Harrison, 60-41 is our score. Minute and 10 to go in this contest. Kai Kuntz now in the ball game with Jasper. Sager down over to Logan Day. Day finds number 25, Reese Fisher, also in the contest now. Who hit that?
Fisher.
Fisher, thank you very much. I was looking down at my sheet, putting him on the sheet. So Fisher with the 3-pointer. Summit hits it on the other end for the Warriors. Jay Summit for his 12-point. The timeout is called, I believe, just to let some new bodies in for the Warriors.
Yeah, I think that's all they're doing.
Reese trying to get caught up on my sheet here. I'm not going to worry about as much as Harrison's got over here. Except we got number 4, Kenan Bard now in the ball game. .42 seconds to go. 62-44 is our score. Here's a rainbow 3, up and in, rattled in by Logan Day. He's got 3 3-pointers on the night for 11 points. 6 here in the fourth quarter on a pair of threes. 23 seconds to go. Ty Spear is also a new name in the contest. He has the basketball right now for the Warriors. 11 seconds. They'll run the clock down. And the Harrison Warriors will be on their way to their 12th victory of the year. Against 2 defeats, they'll go to 4-0 on the conference. While the Wildcats, who will fall to one game below 500 now at 6-7 and 3-4 in SIAC conference play, as the Wildcats fall here at Evansville Harrison by the score of 62-47. So 62-47 is our score. The Harrison Warriors come out big in the second half to pull a game from this ball game here, Jason. So tough. Well, obviously a big loss here for the Cats tonight, but ones I guess you got to work on here.
Well, yeah, you can take some things away from this. One thing I think we got to look at is our guard play's got to get better, and we've talked about that. The last few games, it seems like teams that have been putting pressure on our guards, whether it be full court, half court, but really pressuring them, we've struggled with it. So obviously that's something that, we'll get better with time, but until then it's kind of tough to have to sit and watch it. But I think, there were some other aspects that, we need improving on tonight, obviously. At times seemed like we shot the ball well. We went on a streak there where we were hit 2 or 3 3-pointers in a row, but then we went on a streak where we missed 2 or 3 bunny shots. And the thing is, you're going to have games like that. Matter of fact, you'll have a lot of games like that, but you have to be able to figure out how to overcome them and do what you're doing well that game to try to help you win. And tonight I don't think that we did figure out what we needed to do to win this game. I mean, I just didn't feel like from the opening tip that we didn't
have an identity for the
No.
most part. And
No.
exactly, I mean, really what the focus was on to come out with this victory, so or at least try to.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming down here. You're not tired because you didn't play last night. So you're coming down here and you're playing know that you're playing a very good team with a 11-2 record. They're going to be athletic. So, and I'm sure the coaching staff, talk to them about that and preach that to them. But again, we don't take from what they're taught in the locker rooms out here on the court.
So the Wildcats, of course, now, Jason, as we head into a double dip next week against Northeast DuBois, and then it doesn't get much better or easier than that is with New Albany next week.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We go on the road up to New Albany after we play DuBois at home, and DuBois, it's a county school,
Mm-hmm.
You can't take it for granted.
Homecoming, too.
It's homecoming, too. So, you've got to come out. Right now, all you got to worry about is DuBois. And to me, more than even worrying about DuBois, we got to worry about Jasper. We got to get Jasper a better basketball team or playing better basketball on a consistent level basis. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about who we're playing. If you can't get better as a basketball team, it ain't going to matter who you play. Right now, we haven't played well against hardly any of our sectional opponents. I mean, yeah, we beat Central, we beat North, but they were close games, and on a couple shots here or there, those games could have went the other way. We just have to find our identity, figure out what we need to do to become a better basketball club and a better consistent basketball team. And I think, obviously that's $1 million question, because any coach in the state of Indiana will tell you that if you figure that out, model it, you can make a lot of money off of it. But I just think that a lot of it falls back on the players.
I was just going to say, this is a team that has has the resources as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
But it's the chemistry that they need to find.
Yeah, and I've said many times that we need a leader on the floor. Andrew Noblet, has played 2 or 3 years now at the varsity level, but he's not a very vocal young man. I've worked with him in baseball, and you don't hear him say 10 words in the whole baseball season. And some kids aren't that way. Some kids lead by example, and that's fine. But you still have to have somebody, a vocal leader, out there on the floor.
You need that fire. to somebody to light a fire.
You need somebody that's going to get in somebody's face and chew their butt, and right now we don't have that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a senior. It could be an underclassman, but I don't think you would go down as far as what you would like our guards, our Day and Butel, sophomores. You're very rarely going to find a sophomore that's going to be able to do that because they don't have the experience to do it.
It takes that one special person.
And then even then you got your juniors. You got Foy and them that they haven't played a lot either, varsity basketball. So it's tough. I mean, to me, one that I would like to see maybe try to do a little bit more of that would be Giesler, because I think he's got the personality, the mentality to maybe do that type of thing. But he needs to step up and, you didn't even know he was on the floor the second half. I mean, I honestly don't remember him shooting the ball maybe one time in the second half, and you can't have that. You have to have guys out there that they're out there because they're hustling, they're playing hard.
Like I said, he's got that mentality, that personality, and that athletic ability too. He's one, outside of Nobley, probably the best athlete on the team.
Oh, yeah.
No disrespect to anybody else.
No, but
it's just a fact.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna have one of the assistant coaches. Let's see, who do we get? We got Andrew Noblet and Caleb Bagley coming up, and it looks like Andy Noblet is going to join us here tonight. So, Coach Noblet, thank you very much for coming up to see us this evening. Let's talk about a little bit about this game here tonight, and where this ball club stands at this point.
Yeah, had our hands full tonight with the Harrison Warriors. I think every team in Evansville has had their hands full.
And then some.
Right now, especially with their two bigs, very difficult to guard, putting wings like Noblet and Giesler out there, trying to guard one of those two big 6'7" kids. Struggled. I thought the game was won in the paint by them big time. Looking at the shot chart, they were shooting about 80% inside of the volleyball line there, whether it be rebounds or whether it was catching the ball from the wing, and made the game pretty easy for them. I thought we did a pretty good job on their perimeter shooters, keeping them from slicing and dicing through us, which was, a very tough assignment for some of those young guys that we have out there. So thought we did a pretty good job at that, but we've got to clean up the inside game. Hopefully we can, we've got a free agent pickup if he can stay healthy maybe in a couple of weeks and be able to match up a little bit better than we did tonight.
I understand that's what you're saying. Of course, with Griffin Heil right now, the possibility of his return tonight, this season, hopefully will, obviously help things out on the front line. As I said, things were a little tough down low with Malachi McGarr coming in with 10 points in the fourth quarter, finishing with 21. So
yeah, very difficult matchup for Wallace. And then anytime we would switch to get behind a screen, then that ends up being other guys that have to try to cover him. And then, don't forget about Thomas, 6'8", a junior, also
big man off the bench.
And especially when they decided. I was expecting maybe they would go quick tonight, and they did not. They stayed big, and it was a very difficult matchup there at the 4 spot and 5 spot.
So, I mean, and of course, they kind of like with us, kind of our main 7-man platoon, they only use 6 tonight with Thomas, the only main man off the bench. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, teams kind of start filling in, trying to want to see how you're going to defend things. So I thought we, again, high explosive offense with the Warriors, and I thought we defended as well as we could, but we just couldn't shut down the paint tonight.
Needless to say, it's obviously, something you look forward to as a sectional opponent, of course, that Harrison being and so on. And, of course, all of our sectional opponents we're going to see this year because they're all in the same conference. But still, if you looked at that, where do you gain or, kind of pick up from this game with that?
Well, I just think the strength of their guards is they're much better built than we are up front right now, and so they've got some veteran guys that we're going to have to kind of study them a little bit better and try to get them to take shots that they don't want to take, instead of giving them the shots maybe off a ball screen and being able to defend the ball screen a little bit better, and then dealing with the roll man too. I thought we were caught in between a little bit. especially with Sims coming off ball screens. Not sure exactly how we want to defend that. And, I think that's something we can clean up for sure.
Well, as we look ahead now to next week, double dip again next week is the homecoming Friday night back at the JHS gym against the, of course, the county rival at Northeast DuBois, and then New Albany on Saturday night.
Yeah, and a much improved New Albany team, by the way. We've had our way with them, and we usually don't have our way with them very often. And, they've got a new coach and a new style of play and new players that have come in. So we're going to have our hands full on Saturday night. And then, of course, county rivalry on a Friday night as well. The Wildcats need to get healthy, too. We had guys missing practice today, including Coach Gable's still under has not feeling well either. So trying to get everybody healthy is going to be important, and then trying to get everybody else not sick and missing school and missing practice and things like that. So, knock on wood with the Wildcats, and hopefully we can get everybody doing that as best we can.
All right. Well, Andy, thank you very much for coming up to see us this evening. And, of course, good luck next week against DuBois. Like I said, big weekend with homecoming on Friday, as the Wildcats will host the Northeast DuBois Jeeps at the JHS gym. That game will tip off, I believe, at 7:30 next Friday night. And we'll have it for you next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. here on 18 WJTS. For Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos and Andy Noblet, I'm Kerry Schneider saying so long from the Harrison High School Gymnasium here in Evansville, where the Warriors take out the Wildcats 62-47. Thank you very much for joining. This is Wildcat Basketball here on 18 WJTS.